An investigation by the news agency Associated Press has found that the Chinese government is forcing birth control onto ethnic minority women in order to cut the Muslim population. AP says it has evidence that women in the far west region of Xinjiang have been subjected to sterilization and even abortion to slash birth rates.
2 months in a detention camp in Xinjiang has left scars on Zumrit Dawood. But even once she was released, this mother wasn't free. Along with other Uyghur women in her area, she was forcibly sterilized. We lost a part of our body. We lost our identity as women. We will never be able to have children again. They cut out one of our organs. It's gone. Gulna Omizak narrowly escaped a detention camp. Like Zumrit, she also has 3 children. To avoid prison for the multiple births, she was ordered to pay a huge fine. She'd already been forced to accept an IUD birth control device. Now she feels one of the lucky ones. They give shots and remove fetuses forcefully. They won't ask the spouse's permission or anything else. If they say it's illegal, they make you get an abortion. Those who didn't obey were sent to the camps. Now people are terrified of giving birth. While China has relaxed its one-child policy across the country, according to this investigation in Xinjiang, it's tightened. Sterilizations among women in the northern province have increased dramatically. In 2018, 243 were officially recorded, but in the rest of the country there were just 32. Experts say this is all about Beijing exerting control.
As part of its policy to try to control the Uyghurs, populations that do not grow as quickly and rapidly are easier to control as part of Beijing's coercive social re-engineering strategy in the area.
China, though, has hit back at these revelations. The media report is purely for ulterior motives and baseless. I also want to emphasize that both ethnic minorities and Han people need to act in accordance with the law. Many, though, see this investigation as yet more evidence that China is trying to cut its Muslim and minority populations by any means necessary.
Dolko Nisa is president of the World Uyghur Congress and a Uyghur activist who had to flee persecution in China in the early 90s. Mr. Isa, welcome. The Chinese government calls these latest revelations baseless. Are they?
Yeah, it is. No, it is actually Chinese government and trying to, and even today also trying to lie. Because today so many evidence was happening, so many evidence and the report were published, and the Chinese government today also trying to hide the reality from the world.
But this reality appears to be before the world. I just wonder, what, according to you, is the Chinese government's ultimate aim in Xinjiang?
Chinese government and the ultimate aim and the intention is erase all Uyghur identity. Not only erase the Uyghur culture, Uyghur language, Uyghur religious history, but also erase as a person, as a human being, you know. And actually Chinese government, this policy have a long history. But recently, particularly since 2017, Chinese government abandoned assimilation policy. Now it's implemented ethnic, eradicated Uyghur identity, completely erase Uyghur as a people.
We have spoken about the persecution that Uyghurs in Xinjiang and other Muslim minorities in Xinjiang face. I mean, we've discussed this a number of times. It just seems extraordinary that this can continue to happen in this day and age. I wonder, how is China able to carry on with this in this modern world?
Well, it is, as you say, it is 21st century and it is the modern world, but China is continuing to do it. Even today's 21st century, communication is not problem at all, but for us, it is a big issue. Today, all the Uyghurs who live in exile have lost contact with family member, almost more than 3.5 years, I personally also. So China's government just try and cut all the communication between East Turkestan to the outside world and use its economic power, use diplomatic power, use all capacity, trying to hide the reality, and Chinese government on the fighting the truth actually, then implemented this crime against humanity is in 21st century.
Has the international community, according to you, been soft on China?
Yes, completely soft. So, of course, recently some improve. We have seen some improve, some international pressure to the Chinese government, but it's not good enough. Today, most of some world still silence, and some country also rises this Uyghur issue and make some pressure, but it's very soft. It is a time to take concrete actions.
Speaking of concrete actions, you're president of the World Uyghur Congress. You fight for Uyghurs' rights around the world, and you are based in Munich, yes, here in Germany. I don't think many people are aware of that. What is your message to the German government? What do you expect as a German citizen, yes, from the German government on this particular issue?
Well, as a German citizen, I ask the German government should not be silent. It is a time not be silent. It is a time not business as usual. So many German companies continue has a business with China, particularly in the Uyghur region is East Turkestan. So this situation, Germany has a long and also very bad experience from the history from the Second World War, from the Nazi regime. The German government promised, all the world promised never again, but never again is happening again for the Uyghur today. So German government should broken the silence and take concrete action, and China should be accountability.
Dolko Nisa, President of the World Uyghur Congress, thank you very much.
I thank you.